Hello, welcome to my video. This week we're going to talk about the UK property market, about buying property and how it should be going and how I think it's going to change and take a different pathway as it was before the whole COVID started. So please enjoy it. Welcome. This week we are looking at how we're buying property, because obviously the way that we used to do it, just to walk into estate agents and then go and do our viewings, all of that now is actually getting a little bit, jammed up and stuck in a way that you can't really get the individual viewings as you were getting before. They do want you to go more block, then you've got a social distance, it's harder to see. And a lot of agents are actually struggling with getting that sorted out. So where do I see the market going? Well, I'm fortunate that I do use auction houses and I'm in connection with the auction houses, and a lot of them are already saying that they do not want to go back to how it was before. So they don't want to go into a big hotel, pub, whatever it was, conference rooms. They don't want that, hire that place and get everyone in there. So we are seeing the traditional auction houses looking at changing and taking this opportunity of making it full of technology as the way forward. Now in viewing, that won't stop, because they will start to say, look, let's do block viewings as always. Then you'll have to get your money in place, and actually it's going to be a lot easier for them, because when they now start to do the bidding online, and I had a friend just last week and he phoned me up and said, Trevor, I'm 2 minutes away. Now look what they do. It's actually much better for them because they're getting more results. It looks like when you make a bid, it looks like you have 2 minutes left until the bid is finished. And so what happens, you are led and you're saying, yes, I'm going to go again. The thing is every time you click, now different auction houses might do it a different way. I've seen this though just this week, is when you click with 2 minutes remaining, guess what? That 2 minute clock starts again. And that's a very interesting psychological way of getting people to spend more, because it is a little bit like gambling. Oh yes, I've got it. And then you're sitting there waiting, and that 2 minutes as it's clicking down, it has an effect on you personally that you're going to go again. So the golden rule that I always tell people is no emotion when you're buying property. Very, very important. So auction houses, I think, is going to be the way that we're going to buy, because they're not doing a lot different to what estate agents are doing. And already we've seen the online estate agents like Purple Bricks, many others, Springbok, there's quite a lot of them now, and they've done away with the office. So if you like, are they taking it almost like an online auction house? They're still trying to do it in the traditional estate agent way, so get the client and start the process. The auction's different because bang, it goes. But guess what? You want that certainty. Unfortunately, in England, we can gazump. In Scotland, you can't. When someone accepts the offer through an agent, or if you know them personally and you make the offer and it's accepted, that's it. You cannot lose that purchase. You can't. It's yours. In England, you can lose it. So as much as you might be going through agents, whether it's online or if there's a physical shop, if someone comes in and gives a little bit more and you can't move, it's done. Auction gives you the certainty, because when the gavel comes down, it's yours. It forces you to actually get everything together, and it forces you to be a bit of a detective, because you're now not relying on the auction house actually doing all their due diligence. There's a legal pack, and guess what? If that legal pack isn't complete, which it often is not, then you've got a bit of an issue, and you need to understand what you need to find out. And it is about detective work, and if you get that right, you can get some incredible deals. Now, it is my opinion that the auction houses, this is not the place to go and buy a single buy-to-let property. All right, if you want to do that, I would recommend you stay with the estate agents. You know what you're going to get. But if you have something else in your mind that you want to now start to take a property and stop looking at the property what it is, you've got to put some sort of glasses on. I've taken mine off because the sun's shining and I'm sure you want to see my eyes. But the thing is you've got to look, what can I do with that property? So if it is a 3-bed, could I extend it and make it a 5 or 6-bed HMO? Could I turn it into apartments? You've got to take whatever it is. I look at property at auctions and can I knock it down? Some of them have problems, okay? And that's something, again, that you need to look at. Remember, you're against the time. The clock is ticking. So people run in where angels fear to tread. I can tell you that. That is a true statement, because they haven't got time to get a survey done. They think it's such a great deal, and they all of a sudden they bid, they get it, and they think, and then they turn up and they made a huge mistake. There are golden rules you must follow. And that is, if you haven't looked at the special conditions, if there's anything missing, you do not buy until you find out and you go through it. If you need the survey, at minimum a builder, but I would always go for a survey. Yes, you will lose some of that money, but let me ask you, that might cost you, it could be 500, it could be £1,000, whatever it is. Would you not pay that for sourcing? If someone sources you, you might pay £2,000, £3,000, £5,000. I can tell you that I was just looking at a property yesterday and they're asking me for a £38,000 sourcing fee for it. We're looking at the deal right now. So when you do your surveys, yes, you might lose it, because even if you get the survey, you like it, and then someone bids over. But don't think, I'm not going to get a survey because I don't want to lose the money. It could be the biggest mistake that you make. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed this video. It is, just a bit of a chat to tell you where I think the UK property buying market is going. Yes, there will still be spaces there and the availability for estate agents to go through, but it's changing because of the physical contact. If we don't get COVID sorted out soon, we're going to stop. Leicester is in lockdown. I don't know what's going to happen, but as soon as we can find a cure or prevention for this virus, then things can start to get back to normal. But until then, I think things are going to go more virtual. People are now looking at how they can do the virtual viewings, but it's got to be done properly, because when I go in, I'm looking at it. I'll even use my nose and smell. I'm even bouncing on the floorboards to see, has it got, potentially, because if it bounces when you're standing in the middle of a room, if those floorboards are moving, it's a sign potentially that you've got dry rot underneath, which means all the floorboards pulling out, possibly some of the joists changing. These things you can't see on a virtual. So, I hope that some of the estate agents are thinking, if they want to do a virtual tour, then contact me. I'll help you come up with something that would be absolutely great. Look at the cracks. As an investor, I want to know. Don't hide it. Don't just take the camera and go like this. Put it in there, show me what it is, show me the angle, put a pen next to it so I can see the length and the thickness of that crack. These are the things that I want to see if we really are going to go virtual. And if there is this movement, for goodness sake, tell me, just don't ignore it. It's really important. But if they get that right, that's something which I think is going to absolutely surpass in the way that we go to auctions. Remember, you can buy before the auction starts. Auction houses don't particularly like it. There's a way that you can make sure that your offer gets there without cutting the auction house out. Very important. I talk a lot about that. If you are thinking of going to auctions, I'm now launching a course. I've done all of the work. It's being edited. I have, which I've spoken about before. That's it there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's it there. It is the auction buying course, and it is a way that it gives you so many tips to stop anyone making silly mistakes when they go to an auction house. Listen, it is what I'm thinking that's going to come now. We're going to see auction houses get a bit more clever, maybe in the way that they do their viewings, to give more information, because they need to step up a little bit, because I can't see the estate agents actually moving to do what they should be doing at this time, to change what they do. You can't just sit there and wait, because you're going to go backwards. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe, please message me, push the notifications, and enjoy the next video. Coming up soon is my building plot where I was building houses through my company MTC Properties. If you're interested to know more about training, please drop me an email. My email is here. Connect with me on Facebook, on Instagram, and also if you're interested in any investment with us, then drop me an email and talk to me, because I have many projects which I'm looking at. Some of them I am needing a few £100,000, but if you're in that bracket, it's sort of £100,000 plus, if you're looking and you want to have a chat with me, drop me an email, we'll set up a call and we'll have a chat. Listen, have the most wonderful week, stay safe, and don't make mistakes in property. God bless you. Bye bye.